You know that feeling, right? You're staring at a spreadsheet just packed with numbers, and you know there's a story hidden in there somewhere, but for the life of you, you just can't see it. Well, today we're going to change all that. We are going to take some confusing raw data and turn it into a clear, interactive dashboard using an amazing tool called Power BI.
Okay, so let's just jump right in with a little test. I'm about to show you the exact same information, but in two totally different ways. All I want you to do is think, which one tells you its story faster? Ready?
So first up, we've got a table. Classic, right? It shows a list of students and how many hours they studied. And look, it's perfectly accurate. Every detail is right there. If you want to look up exactly how long one specific person studied, it's great. But what if you wanted to see who studied the most or the least? You'd have to scan every single row, wouldn't you? It takes a second.
Now look at this. It's the exact same data, but this time it's a bar chart. Bam! Instantly, your brain just gets it. You can immediately see the highest bar, the lowest bar. You can compare everybody at a glance. And this, right here, this is the entire point of what we're talking about today.
This brings us right to our first big idea, how we actually go from just having a bunch of numbers on a page to telling a real, compelling story with our data.
So here's the crucial thing to understand. It's all about knowing when to use which tool. A table? A table is your best friend when you need accuracy and detail. The exact number, the precise fact. But a chart? A chart is for finding patterns and insights. It's for showing comparisons, spotting trends, and making your point in a way that people just get instantly. Okay, so how do we make these powerful charts and visuals without wanting to pull our hair out? Well, that's where our data copilot comes into the picture. Everybody, meet Microsoft Power BI. Now, don't let the name intimidate you. Think of it as a tool that's built for everyone, not just data scientists. It's what we call a self-service platform, which basically just means it lets you connect to your data, like a simple Excel file, and easily start shaping and visualizing it. It's all about turning that boring information into insights you can actually do something with.
And now for the really fun part, the main event. We're not just going to talk about it. Nope. We are going to build our very first interactive dashboard step by step right here, right now.
All right, let's get our hands dirty. First things first, we got to get our data into Power BI. It's super simple. You just click Get Data, you point it to your Excel file, you choose the sheet that has all your info, and then you click a couple of buttons, Transform, and then Close and Apply. Seriously, that's it. The data is now locked and loaded.
Okay, before we start building all the pretty visuals, we need one key number. How many students are there in total? In Power BI, we make what's called a new measure for this. And don't let the code scare you. Look how simple this is. It's just telling Power BI, hey, name something student count. And for the value, just count the number of rows in our student data table. Easy peasy. You know, every great project needs a plan, even a small one. So here's our game plan. We're going to build a pie chart to see the gender breakdown, a simple table for all the nitty-gritty details, a column chart to see which majors are most popular, a card to show off that total student count, and then, the really cool part, some interactive filters. Let's kick things off with that pie chart, or donut chart in this case. Watch how easy this is. We pick the visual, we drag our gender data over to the legend field, and then we drag our new student count measures to the values field. And boom, just like that, Power BI does the work and gives us a perfect visual showing the percentage of male and female students. No calculator required. All right, next up, a simple table. Now you might be thinking, hey, didn't you just say charts are better? Well, for quick insights, yeah, but sometimes you still need the raw details. So we'll pop in a table and pull in the name, gender, and major. This gives us the best of both worlds, right? The big picture visuals and the fine-grained data living right next to each other. Okay, let's build that column chart to see which majors are the most popular. We'll put the major on the x-axis and our student count on the y-axis. But here's where we can add another layer of insight. We'll also drag gender into the legend field. And now, look at that. We can see not just which majors are popular, but the gender breakdown inside each of those majors. Pretty cool, huh? Hey, remember that student count measure we made a little while ago? Well, this is its moment to shine. We're going to add a visual called a card, and we just drop our measure right onto it. This gives us a big, bold number right on our dashboard. It's perfect for displaying a really important number, a KPI, that you want everyone to see front and center. Okay, this is where the real magic happens. This is what makes a dashboard truly interactive. We're adding slicers. Think of them as just cool-looking filters. We add the slicer visual, we tell it we want to filter by major, and maybe we make it a nice clean drop-down menu.
Now, anyone using this can click on a major and the entire dashboard, every chart, every number will instantly update to show data for just that selection.
And there you have it. Look at that. In just a few minutes, we have gone from a flat, boring spreadsheet to a fully interactive, insightful dashboard. All the pieces work together. You can click on a major, see the pie chart change, watch the total count update, and see the details in the table. It's alive.
So let's just pull back for a second and look at the big picture here. What have we really done? We've learned the absolute fundamentals of telling a story with data, and more importantly, we actually put it into practice. So let's recap the key takeaways here. First, always use the right tool for the job. Tables for when you need to be precise, and charts for finding the story. Second, tools like Power BI are here to help you turn that spreadsheet into something compelling. And finally, as we just proved, you absolutely do not need to be a coding genius to build something really powerful in just a matter of minutes. We managed to unlock the story in this one simple data set today. So I'll just leave you with this final question to think about. As you go about your day, look at the spreadsheets and the data you use all the time, and ask yourself, what story is your data just waiting to tell?